Hey guys, and welcome back to Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon. This is it, the final mansion of the game, and it is every bit as treacherous as the title would imply. What do you think about this place, Richie?
I actually really do like it. I mean, it has problems with there's lots of backtracking and all that sort of stuff, but as a kind of final mansion, it's really good because it kind of brings together all the different aspects of the other mansions and kind of really does challenge you in terms of puzzles and the amount of ghosts and all that, so it's really good, I think.
It kind of makes the fatal flaw of most modern games in that the later missions chuck absurd amounts of ghosts here. I'm talking like upwards of 40 here. And as I've mentioned before, this is like games such as Bioshock Infinite. They do that for their finale. And it's more a test of patience than of skill, I find.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's also just whether you can put up with tedium, really.
Well, I have to listen to myself when I'm editing, so that's a test of tedium if there ever was one. Alright, let's take a look at this treacherous sucker. Go on, land on your feet. Do it, do it, do it!
Hey!
You did it! There's that character development you were talking about.
Yeah, it's not where I thought it was, but it's there in some parts.
The lesson to learn here is, if you're right, that's fine. Context doesn't matter. Oh, hello, Vortex of Souls from Disney's Hercules.
Why would anybody want to come anywhere near this mansion? Because, I mean, one, it's called Treacherous Mansion. Like, why would you want to go there? But also, massive hole and very thin pathway.
Well, maybe the guy was a shut-in, so maybe this is me in about 20 or so years' time after I've become a famous explorer and whatnot. Just looking up the description for Treacherous Mansion. Now, history. Treacherous Mansion is an abandoned museum positioned right in the middle of a giant ravine, which becomes cut off from land access after Luigi reaches the front steps. Ooh, spoilers for what we're currently playing through right now. It contains artifacts and items from Evershade Valley and beyond, making it the most precious, in quotation marks for some reason, of mansions. The mansion is slightly changed to a more spooky feel after You-Know-Who arrives. It is called the Treacherous Mansion, as it would collapse into the ravine below. It, however, does not at any point. Okay.
Wonderful.
Well, we can take treacherous to mean it's full of bad guys. That's enough for me.
Looking at kind of its names in other languages, there's some gems and also some just really naff names. So the Japanese is Odoro Kyuden, which means Fright Palace.
Ooh.
Which is quite cool.
Yeah.
The French is a bit crap. It's Maison de Collection, which just means collections house.
Oh.
Italian's quite cool because it's Villa Villana, which apparently means boorish mansion, but I just like that it's called Villa Villana.
Should have been called Boorish Mansion.
But I think the best one is the Korean, which is Witeiron Daegyotek. I apologise for that really horrible pronunciation, but it means Great Mansion of Danger.
Yes, I like that one. Speaking of, here's the mansion, there's the danger. Damn, King Boo must have not gotten any sleep in that portrait with the Bazasu, because he looks haggard and a little bit pissed off.
It's like the horrifying process of seeing a toad turned into a picture.
Yeah, you get to see it up close and personal this time.
Although I have to say, I find it hilarious that King Boo can be in that room and just kind of not even notice you looking through the window. And yet, watch these greenies.
Oh, these greens are good at tennis, they're a bit more on the ball. Is that the point you were trying to make?
It wasn't quite, but it's the fact that these weak-ass greenies actually recognise that you're there looking in on them, but King Boo, who's meant to be all kind of knowing in terms of what he's doing and his plans, and yet he doesn't even realise that he's got someone peeking in on him.
Well, you know, he's the boss of the operation. He enslaves people. I was going to say pay, but judging by the fact we find all this treasure around, he ain't paying anyone. He enslaves other people to do the watching for him.
It feels bad that this is going to be our last journey with the Polterpup. Oh, it's very cool because obviously you're not actually backtracking through anything this time. It's all new areas, so kind of it's a slightly more exciting Polterpup Chase than the others.
You can head down the path, but you'll find a dead end and a hole in the wall that you can look through. I just prefer to go straight down the wall. That's a very suspicious looking wall there.
I wonder if we can yank it off with a poltergust.
What a surprise, what a shocker.
I love that there were kind of coins down at the bottom. It's like it's almost a wishing well of sorts.
Yeah, I guess the person who threw him is long since gone.
I would hope so. Because they've really let this place go.
How's this for your dark catacombs and whatnot? Ceremony for what?
To be perfectly honest, I don't think we really want to know.
Yeah. The biggest Jenga tower ever to exist. Get ready for a lot of narrow corridors and a lot of powerful versions of ghosts now. This is the endgame after all.
I mean, this mission doesn't seem... well, it isn't as hard as some of the later ones. Like, I think you get to around 2, 3 and onwards where it gets really difficult. This one's not too bad.
No, this is just a walk in the park, really, or in the catacombs.
Don't know what parks you've been walking in, but...
The most haunted ones ever to exist. I was getting a bit antsy at this time. I was like, catch it so I can get all that gold.
He's just being a really stubborn old sod, really, isn't he?
There you go. Right, let's move on. Oh, this old chestnut. Raise up the gate and then run through it before it falls back down.
Poor Luigi.
Well, I'm on the other side. As we discussed earlier, the context doesn't matter. Victory is all that matters.
But I have to say, the fact that Luigi just got stabbed in the head probably should matter quite a lot.
Oh, that cap is very thick. It doesn't look it, but it is made with the finest silks. Well, actually, no, that would not
It's
protect.
made of steel.
Yeah, steel. There you go. Silk would do shit. That would rip and tear very easily, actually. I don't think activating this room is the best idea, Luigi. There's a very similar room to this in Resident Evil 4. And I think what happened there is about to happen here. Yep, there we go. Animate suits of armour.
I do really like that they did go here, because, like, it is like a typical ghost-ish story trope type thing of having ghosts inhabit suits of armour and attack you.
Yeah, and then you trip them up on the carpet and it just becomes Scooby-Doo, really. So it takes you out of your comfort zone and then, like, pushes you right back into it.
Though I have to say that kind of using the carpets to trip them up is a slightly disappointing way to defeat them.
How have you gone about it, then?
I don't really know, it's a bit of an anticlimax, as you've got these really terrifying hulks of suits of armour, and then you just trip them up on the kind of seemingly endless supply of carpets. And it just seems a bit anticlimactic, really.
It's not like the Mummy Green is, where you can just trick them into flying headfirst into the wall, they fall over, and then you can pull their rags off.
They could have tried to come up with something a little more interesting, I think.
Get this guy, the game designer.
Fun story, there was a period when I was younger where I did actually want to be a game designer, but that dream died very soon. I was just like, well, I can't draw, and I can't do programming. I'm screwed.
Wow, that is almost identical to my scenario. Like, I was going down the path and I was like, shit, I can't enter numbers. Better change it to journalism. Oh shit, I'm crap at that as well. Well, YouTube will be along in a few years, I'm sold. It's alive! It's alive!
I still find it sort of slightly hilarious, the whole thing with Frankenstein and the creature. The fact that everyone calls the creature Frankenstein's monster.
Ah.
Or even just calls it Frankenstein.
Are you a bit of a literary snob in that regard?
Yes, I am, although I do tend to make that mistake every now and again in calling it, like, Frankenstein's monster.
So if I called these two greenies Mary and Shelley respectively, would I get brownie points?
Yes, you would. I still haven't actually read Frankenstein, I really should do.
Okay, so you're a snob about the book, yet you've never actually read it.
I've read snippets of it. It's a long book.
You can actually see our first precious jewel of this mansion in one of the glass jars on the right hand side here.
Ah. It's also quite cool is that you do get through them very, very, very quickly in this mansion.
Just finishing off what the greenies started. Really? We're in the endgame now, and you give me these weak-ass puns.
And they don't get any better. They stay this rubbish all the way until the end.
Now you may notice that the helmet fell off the suit of armour when we released the Boo. You're going to need to use that, as I just did there, to open the glass jar. Not too dissimilar from, I think, Mission 3 of Gloomy Manor, where we had to grab a suit of armour's helmet and fire it into a painting.
Exactly, and right in the front room as well.
Bada bing. Not many more Boos to go now.
Well, there's a number of Boos, but we've only got kind of 5 missions worth of missions left.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Don't spoil the surprise.
Oh, they know what's coming anyway, because this game just loves to reuse certain things from the first game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, including the fact that King Boo is the villain.
Okay, to find the next gem, we're going to have to make use of these suits of armour. But if you go the wrong way, you'll wind up back at the entrance, much like the Lost Woods, so be careful. You got to make sure to uncover this one to find the right path.
I'm very disappointed at the lack of Lost Woods-esque music here, and having the music key going. That would be quite fun. Although having said that, having the suits of armour is very fitting.
I think the music is suitably foreboding.
I don't think it needs to be suitable, it'd just be hilarious.
Play like yakety sax or something. Would that improve the atmosphere?
Just get the trumpets in.
Hoen confirmed. Actually, at the time we're recording this, it's November 21st, so Yanks everywhere will be enjoying Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and we limey lads and lasses have to wait another week or so for reasons unknown.
And also Smash Brothers. Because apparently Nintendo thought it'd be great to make us wait an extra week for both games.
No. I suck my teeth at this decision.
I'd say it's nowhere near as bad as Disney making us wait until, I think it's like February, for Big Hero 6, which is out in America right now.
I don't even give a shit about that movie, to be honest. It doesn't really look all that interesting.
But I mean, it's still, like, months for a film.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
I was waiting for one of those assholes to pop out. I think this is our first empowered hider.
It may very well be, yes.
Then again, we do record these parts weeks apart. If Richie has his books to go back to, I have other playthroughs. Pushes stuff out of mine.
I have other playthroughs as well, so it's just everything just kind of takes over. And it's just like, so we're with the guy in green. What's his name again?
Wario, I think. You're doing Kingdom Hearts 2 now, aren't you?
Yes, I am, actually.
Ah. Fond memories of that playthrough. They kind of cheaped out on this particular cell.
I know, I think they just got lazy, really, didn't they? It's just like, we don't have any more steel, what are we going to do? Oh, just put some kind of fabric down, it'll be fine.
Yeah, a little bit of rubber. Not to give anything away, but the Polterpup is hiding in that barrel there, on the right-hand side. What are you doing, Tom? Oh, I tell a lie, he was hiding in the forefront. See what I said about memory? Don't know what happens should you fail to catch him after he runs out the cell, but don't let him run out the cell.
To be very honest, I think he just kind of sticks around this room.
One would hope so, because this was my third or so take. I got very lucky.
Wow. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he does just stick in this room because there's nowhere else for him to go.
Well, he's a ghost. He can go anywhere. He can literally go through the floor if he chose to.
Well, it's true, but there's kind of, in terms of game world, there is no other part of the dungeons to go to.
Ghosts don't care for game design.
I think the Polterpup does. He seems very on it, apart from the fact that he causes masses of backtracking.
Okay, mission 1 of the Treacherous Mansion complete. Don't expect a lot of golds here. I've kind of given up and settled for silver.
God damn it, Tom. Retake until you get gold, all the way through.
No, I don't think my heart would be able to take it. Right, back to the lab. What do you think happens if the pixel shifter ain't working? Egad just sends a cab?
Luigi just has to go walk all the way up. He's not going to be able to get back at all. He's just going to have to go through the entire mansion in one fell swoop, which is what we want in the first place, really.
Obviously, the cab ain't going over those, narrow walkways, so Luigi's going to huff it back one way or the other, I guess.
It'd have to be a flying cab.
Yeah. Don't say that's, out of the realms of imagination. We've got a friggin' Ghostbusters-esque device here. So, diamonds, Richie. Are they your best friend?
Well, no, because I am not a girl, so...
Okay, well, I was trying to subvert gender expectations there.
Ooh.
Thanks for adding to the problem.
Sorry. I'm going by the song. It's just Moulin Rouge and all that.
That is the last time that we will be encountering the Polterpup. Praise Sky Jesus.
But he only wanted to play.
I'm a busy man. Busy Italian, mustachioed man, and I got ghosts to catch, so suck it. Should we go on break? This is kind of... Okay, yeah, we'll go on break then. Kind of an awkward outro, but whatever works, I guess.
Just a bit.
Okay, that'll do us for today. We'll see you guys next time for Double Trouble. Bye-bye for now.